I am not mistress. What you should know is that this person and I dated for approximately 3 years. We started dating in June of 2021, and I also loved and cared about him. I also experienced all of the lavish trips and Michelin star restaurants, and truly feeling like somebody loved and cared about me and truly felt like I could trust him. During these dinners and brunches, he would offer up that he is single, that he is by himself, that if he is going on these trips, he's going by himself, he's going on his sabbatical, and he's going by himself as a single man.
Put a finger down if he announced your engagement in front of his entire congregation on Easter. Put a finger down if 2, 3 days go by and you find out that your fiance had been cheating on you for about a good length of your relationship. Not only had he been cheating on you, but he was cheating on you with a member of the church. You were livid, you were furious, you gave the ring back, you called off the engagement, you called off the wedding that you were planning.
That a private matter became public. However, I will stand here today and boldly stand by my decision to dissolve my marriage so that I can be physically safe and mentally whole.
This is Tiffany Kim, and you are watching For Real Media YouTube channel.
I am not mistress. I am not someone that is maintaining an inappropriate relationship with your husband or anybody for that matter. I am not somebody who wants to intervene or get in the middle of your relationship. What you should know is that this person and I dated for approximately 3 years. We started dating in June of 2021, and I also loved and cared about him. I also experienced all of the lavish trips and Michelin star restaurants, and truly feeling like somebody loved and cared about me and truly felt like I could trust him. He and I maintained a relationship for about 3 years, and we lived together and everything. It was in the spring of 2024 that I found out some devastating news that my trust was broken and that I was humiliated. I also tried to see if we could figure things out and maintain the relationship. That's not necessarily something that I would recommend to anybody today, but that is my truth. We decided ultimately in about May of 2024 that we were no longer going to attempt to work on our relationship and that we would cut things off. From that point, he and I did not maintain contact the same way that we had before. We really did take a lot of space from each other. And later on that year, he started to reach back out and ask if I wanted to go to dinner or brunch, etc., and would invite myself and my friends out. During these dinners and brunches, he would offer up that he is single, that he is by himself, that if he is going on these trips, he's going by himself, he's going on his sabbatical, and he's going by himself as a single man. To my surprise, he asked me to dinner in spring of 2025 and let me know that he was planning to propose to someone. And I'll be honest and let you know that I absolutely crashed out in that moment because I felt like even though we weren't together, we had built a friendship over the last few months to where we could be honest with each other. I was frustrated because I felt like I didn't have a choice and that I didn't get an option of being able to walk away knowing that he was in a relationship with someone. I literally found out that you existed on that day. And when I checked in with other people, they let me know that they had been seeing your videos for a while and just thought that I knew. And that's why no one had told me. I talked to my mentor and he let me know that he was not about to propose, that he actually had already proposed to you before he said that to me. And I confronted him again and asked him why he had lied to me. I asked him what the reason was for not telling me that you were in a relationship this entire time. And he said to me that he didn't want to lose his best friend. I also that same day asked him if you knew about me and asked if he had talked to you about our past, and he told me he didn't think that that was necessary. I was really frustrated, and I expressed that to him that day, that I didn't think that it was fair for anybody to walk into a scenario as delicate as this one, considering the context, that anybody should walk into this not knowing what's going on, especially when there are plenty of other people in the congregation that know. From that point, I decided that I did not want to maintain even a platonic friendship relationship with him and that my trust had been violated again at this point. And so I stopped communication with him, eventually blocked him on my phone, blocked him on social media, etc.
Put a finger down if he announced your engagement in front of his entire congregation on Easter. Put a finger down if 2-3 days go by and you find out that your fiance had been cheating on you for about a good length of your relationship. Not only had he been cheating on you, but he was cheating on you with a member of the church. You were livid, you were furious, you gave the ring back, you called off the engagement, you called off the wedding that you were planning, you canceled the dress that you ordered, all of this stuff. This man begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded for your forgiveness.
It was October 25th of this year, which you know is his birthday, that I received a call that was not his personal number and not his social media, reaching out to me to let me know that he had been in what you would call an altercation that ultimately left him hit by a car. Again, I'll be honest and say that I thought in that moment, frustratedly, like, this is not my problem. I should not have to show up for somebody that has broken my trust on multiple occasions. But convicted, I felt like the right thing to do was to show up for somebody that you care about. And so, no, I wasn't showing up for him as a friend. I wasn't showing up for him as somebody that was looking for anything for him, not somebody that is looking to rekindle a relationship with him. I was showing up for him as somebody who had just gotten news that he was in the hospital and had been in a car accident.
You all get into an altercation in October. You decide that you are going to go ahead and take some time apart, so you go home for a week. You go home, and that's when you actually found out that you were pregnant. You end up coming back to Minneapolis. You all are working everything out, trying to at least, and then, surprise, he moved out. He got an apartment.
That a private matter became public. However, I will stand here today and boldly stand by my decision to dissolve my marriage so that I can be physically safe and mentally whole.
And I want to be clear, he and I have maintained a strictly platonic relationship since the spring of 2024. And so while I understand that there is extreme hurt, there is extreme frustration, there was extreme disrespect that has happened throughout this situation, while I understand that this is extremely humiliating and I would not wish this situation on anybody, I also will say that is not my character to maintain a relationship with someone that is in a relationship or someone that, especially someone that is married. And so I truly hope that in all of this that you all get what is owed to you, what is due to you. I pray that this is all worked out. However, I should not be the target for this anger. I truly do believe that it is misdirected. And I hope that this all gets worked out, but I am not anyone's.
I would like for all of you guys to back off of Kari. She and I did have a conversation the day after Christmas. We had a long 4-hour phone conversation. I do not agree with everything that has happened, but I do understand how she fell into the manipulation of you all's pastor. He is a very smart, well-spoken man, and he knows how to use that to his advantage.
Just asking, does anyone fear God anymore? This is the real question. Another question to think about is, if this man sins against God, why would he not sin against you? Same question for him to ponder on. If you sin against God, why would you not sin against him or his wife? The truth is this: when we violate God's trust, we make ourselves vulnerable to be violated by man. We have to learn that it is okay to let go and cut someone off when they do us wrong. We don't need to be their friend, especially when they don't possess friend qualities. And listening to you, I want to share that my heart sympathizes with you because he manipulated you, and he knows that you loved him. I say love because we can hear that you still do. That is why you are so hurt. I want to say to you, he does not love you, and it is not your responsibility, spiritually or naturally, to show up for him. He should have called for his wife, parents, siblings, and not his ex-partner. He is manipulating your desire to live blamelessly before the Lord. That is why he had someone to call you instead of his wife, parents, siblings. Also, you cannot be the best friend to a person you had a 3 years live-in relationship with, and that is simply keeping you on a leash so that you are not healed and positioned to be found by your God-ordained husband. I'm sure your intention was purely platonic, but because you were emotionally linked for so long, there may be nothing physical, but there is still the emotional soul tie. For women, it's always emotional. He has proven to you that you will never be his first choice. His actions prove it. That is not a reflection of you. That is a relationship of his character. You are beautiful and you seem like a sweet young lady. Please don't allow shame, manipulation, hurt, love, and spiritual manipulation to draw you back. Posting this outcome is brave and helpful to remember that we don't chase people. We chase God. As we chase God, he ensures that you will not entertain a counterfeit. What are your thoughts on this video? Please share your opinions in the comments section and subscribe to my channel.